Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the KNR Constructions Limited Q3FY22 Earnings Conference Call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on the date of this call. These statements are not the guarantee of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. S. Vaikunatham, VP Finance, KNR Constructions Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to our earnings conference call to discuss the financial results for Q3 and 9 months ended FY22. Along with me, I have Mr. K. Jaldareddy, Executive Director, Mr. K. Venkatramarao, General Manager, Finance Accounts, and Strategic Growth Advisors, our Investor Relations Advisors. I would start with very brief highlights of budget 2022-23 for the infrastructure sector, followed by industry updates and operational highlights, post of which Mr. K. Venkatramarao, General Manager, will take you through the financial highlights. To start with, I hope that you and your near and dear ones are safe during the third wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Our Honorable Finance Minister has presented a campaign that will kickstart momentum in the economy. This year's budget has seen a huge increase in spending on roads and highways, where the allocation to MORTH has increased more than by 80,000 crore to around 1.9 lakh crore from 1.1 lakh crores, which is a growth of around 70%. During this budget allocation, to NHAI more than doubled, that is 134% as compared to allocation during the previous year's budget. This huge increase in allocation was backed by government's plan to expand national highways network by 25,000 kilometers in the next fiscal year. Apart from investments in roads and highways, this year's budget also provided thrust on high river linking projects, which will give a further boost to the water availability across various regions, along with further similar to irrigation projects. Now, moving on to the industry updates, the period of April 2021 to January 2022 registered a construction of 6,684 kilometers of national highways as compared to 9,132 kilometers of roads construction during the same period last year. The slow pace of construction activities has been on account of disruption due to COVID-19 pandemic as well as elongated monsoons during the current financial year. The similar trend has also been observed in the contract awarding activity, where the ministry awarded 6,003 kilometers for the year up to January 2022 as compared to 6,696 kilometers the corresponding period last year. It is expected that the later part of the current quarter will witness increase in project order rewarding activity. Now, coming to the key updates of the company, the project execution phase continued the momentum during the quarter. The percentage of physical progress as of December 31, 2021 for the HAM projects is as follows. Ramsanpalli to Mangalore is at 100%, Chittoor to Mallapuram is at 99%, Trichy to Belagavi is at 86%, Magadi to Somwarpet at 48%, Ottanchitram to Madathukulam is 48%. During the quarter, we achieved financial closure of 2 SPVs, that is KNR Ramanattukura Infra Private Limited on 6 November 2021 and KNR Guruvayur Infra Private Limited on 9 November 2021, and received appointed day for both of these projects as on 21st January 2022. We have also signed a concession agreement for our Chittoor HAM project on 17th November 2021. We are in the process of achieving financial closure, which is expected to be by April 2022. The total equity requirement for all the 8 HAM projects is rupees 1,099.55 crore, out of which we have already invested 484.94 crores. The incremental equity requirement of rupees 614.61 crore to be infused. Rupees 132.55 crores, 262.16 crore, 131.78 crore, and 88.17 crore for financial year 2022, financial year 2023, financial year 2024, and financial year 2025 respectively. The company has transferred 49% of the stake in two of the subsidiaries, KNR Tirumala Infra Private Limited and KNR Sangarampet Projects Private Limited, to Cube Highways and Infrastructure on 30th December 2021. The total equity invested in these two projects is 288.49 crores, against which we will receive rupees 338.15 crores, implying a valuation of 1.2 times of the book value of these investments. However, till December 2021, we have received 245.32 crores on the transfer of 49% stake in these two SPVs, and balance of 92.83 crores are expected to be received on the transfer of remaining 61% of stake by June 2022. Post transfer of 100% ownership to Cube for the three HAM projects, the debt will be reduced by 1,185 crores approximately. Also, the company has subscribed to 100% partnership interest in two entities named Manjeri City Infrastructure and Developers LLP and Biridire Infrastructure and Developers LLP, which have the quarry lands along with licenses. The intent for this is to facilitate the implementation of highway construction projects in the state of Kerala by the company. During the quarter, the India Rating has revised its rating on the long-term bank facilities of the company to IND AA from IND AA minus, and the short-term rating was also reaffirmed at IND A1 plus. The total collection for the Bihar projects, that is Muzaffarpur Barani, in Q3 FY22 and 9 months ended FY22 has been 8.88 crores and 28.2 crores respectively. Now coming to the order book position, as on December 31st, 2021, the company has an outstanding order book position of around 10,090 crores. EPC road projects and HAM projects constitute 74% of the total order book, while irrigation projects constitute remaining 26%. Client-wise, 58% of the order book is from third-party clients and balance 42% from captive HAM projects. The third-party order book or non-captive order book, which accounts for 58% of the total order book position, is distributed between state government contracts with 40% and 10% is from central government, and balance 5% order book is from other private players. As mentioned earlier, we have signed a concession agreement for Chittoor-Thatchur HAM project on 17th November 2021, and the company has received action for the project from lenders with an estimated EPC cost of 765 crores. This order is not yet added to the order book mentioned earlier. Including this order, our order book would be close to 10,770 crores. This order book provides a strong revenue visibility for the next 2 to 3 years. I now request Mr. K. Venkatramrao, our GM, to present the results of the quarter and half year ended 31st December 2021. Over to Venkatramrao.
Thank you, sir. Let me take you through the Q3 and 9 months FY 2022 standalone financial performance. I will start with the quarterly highlight first. The revenue, EBITDA and the PAT for the quarter grew by 12%, 17% and 30% respectively. The EBITDA margin registered a growth of 100 basis points and 180 basis points to 20.7% and 13.1% respectively. I would also like to highlight that there has been an exceptional income of rupees 21.40 crores during the quarter on account of sale of 49% stake in two SPV as mentioned in the speech earlier. The performance for 9 months, FY22 has been on similar line with revenue, EBITDA and PAT register a growth of 28%, 33% and 61% respectively. The EBITDA margin and PAT margin has improved 80 basis points and 240 basis points to 20.8% and 11.9% respectively. It is important to note that 9 months FY22 financials has an exceptional income of 21.40 crores on account of sale of 49% stake in 2 SPVs, whereas financials for 9 months FY21 has an exceptional expenditure of 11.25 crores on account of sale of 100% stake in our Valayar BOT project. On consolidation basis, our Q3 FY22 revenue registered a growth of 16%, where EBITDA and PAT registered a degrowth of 21% and 52% respectively. The degrowth in EBITDA and PAT is on account of modification loss accounted in 2 of the HAM projects, that is KNR Tirumala Infra Private Limited and KNR Sankram Project Private Limited, which is due to the companies have achieved the PCOD and there is a de-scope of the project and saving the total project cost and there is a change of assumptions. With this, the financial asset receivables in the respective company has been adjusted and accordingly the modification loss for amount of 90.52 crores for the quarter and for 9 months 140.52 crores has been recognized. The above transaction won't have any cash impact to the company as these are Ind-AS adjustment entries only. However, on 9-month basis, our revenue and EBITDA grew by 31% and 9% respectively, whereas the PAT degrowth by 22% due to the reason mentioned above. Now moving to standalone balance sheet, the company continued to maintain a strong balance sheet and remain gross debt-free with cash and cash equivalent of 407 crores. The working capital days as on December 2021 stood in the range of 40 days with a reduction of debtors days from 74 to 55 and creditors days from 49 to 31 days along with 4 days reduction in inventory from 20 to 16 as compared to September 2021. The consolidated gross debt as of December 31st, 2021 is rupees 1,324 crores as compared to 1,360 crores as of September 30, 2021. The consolidated net debt to equity as of December 31, 2021 stand at 0.4 times as compared to 0.6 times as of September 30, 2021. With this, we can open the floor for question and answer.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. We also request the participants to please limit their questions up to 2. Should you have a follow-up question, we request you to please rejoin the queue. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Thank you. The first question is from the line of Ashish Shah from Centrum Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. So the first question is on the irrigation side. So the Link 4 Package 3 project of Kaleshwaram. So where are we in terms of the availability of land and how do we expect execution to progress on this project as we go forward?
Which one, Package 3 and Package 4?
Package 3, sir, the 700 crore one.
Yeah. Actually, Package 3 now, because we got actually some of the land and we work on that. So in this quarter, actually, we have done some billing. So now this, even Package 3 has also started, but in the slow pace. But this quarter, it will expect it to give definitely some revenue to the company.
Right. Sir, if you can update on what is the availability of the land there. So how, I mean, do we expect this project to go at a very fast pace now or this will still be a slow start, basically?
It will be slow start only because this project is basically, it is a canal work actually. So it is spread in almost 13 kilometers of the canal work is required to be done. So right now we got around 2 kilometers. So definitely it will go not that much pace. It will go little, but it will not that much of pace.
Okay. Would you expect some 20-30% execution on this over the next 12 months or so?
No, definitely. Definitely.
Okay, sure. Secondly, sir, in Chittoor Thatchur, what is the land acquisition status as of now?
Chittoor Thatchur, I think the payments disbursement is not yet started. When I made an inquiry with CD, he is very confident to give every payment before 45 days from past 1 week back I have spoken to him. So probably within 40 days they will be able to deliver the payments. That's what he says. I think he is now depositing the cash to that Kala. So the Kala now they have to disperse the payments.
So, sir, we said that by April we expect the financial closure to be done. So, you expect that by April, May, the appointed date will also come, or that might take slightly longer?
Yeah, we can expect somewhere at the end of May, end of April, we can expect that.
Sure. And just lastly, any plans on monetizing even the Muzaffar Baroni project, or do you think that's not feasible at this point of time?
So actually, at this point of time, monetization may not be possible because due to the broken bridges and all that, toll is under crunch. Otherwise, it would have got augmentation clause within coming 3-4 years. So for the shorter period, no buyer is ready to come up. But again, there have been certain movements that are happening in NHAI. For 4-laning of the project, I think NHAI is also moving the DPR and everything. DPR reports are also submitted to headquarter HQ. So hopefully we will have to see, sir, within 1-2 years we may get some news that NHAI may go for 4-lane and they may ask us to take a first refusal choice as per contract, or we'll have to bear it.
Okay, sure. Thank you. I'll come back if I have more questions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is the line of Vibhor Singhal from Phillip Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thanks for taking my question and congrats on great execution again. Sir, if you could just update on the status of other irrigation projects. Malana Sagar is complete, sir, or there is some work pending in it?
Malana Sagar is almost completed. Only 60 crores work is only pending in Malana Sagar. And Western is also around 74% completed as of now.
Sorry, sir?
This is including 74%. This includes what are the, we have done the work and we have to raise the bills including. And the package 4 is around 28% completed.
Okay. So which was 74%? Sorry, I missed that.
Pardon?
So which one did you say it is 74% complete?
24% is the Western actually.
Okay. Right, sir.
Yeah.
And any problem with the payments are there? What are the total receivables which would be there from all the irrigation projects at this point of time?
As of now, around 590 crores of the receivables are pending, because last quarter it was around 700 crores, but during this quarter we have received actually major chunk of money, around 380 crores we have received the money during this quarter. So as of now, his outstanding is around 590 crores.
Got it, sir. Got it. And sir, on the execution front in this quarter, the execution was a little on the softer side, almost same as the last quarter. So any specific reason that we were probably not able to do the kind of work that we probably thought, or the execution could have been higher? And linked to that is what is the full year top line that we are now looking for FY22?
Actually, Q3 actually, even we have not expected this much of turnover, because what happened Q3, there is a excessive rain actually in this quarter, and there is a COVID impact also there. But even then, we are able to maintain that our Q2 top line. But if we compare to last year Q3, definitely there is a around 28% jump is there. So that is definitely a good sign. But generally Q3, this industry, there is a issue will be there. And for overall year, because right now we have done around 2,250 crores. So we expect that this year we may close somewhere between 3,100 to around 3,100 crores.
Around 3,100 crores.
Yeah.
Got it, sir. Got it. Sure, sir. Thank you so much for taking my questions and wish you all the best.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parikshit Concall from HDFC Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Congratulations on a good quarter. So my first question is, you said that irrigation receivables are 590 crores. So over and above this, what is the unbilled revenue?
It includes actually. It includes unbilled revenue.
Okay, so it includes unbilled revenue and debtors both.
Yeah, both put together. Yeah, put together is 590. Yeah.
And in these projects, you don't take any advances, right? So on the liability side, you won't have anything here.
No advance from the government. Definitely, there is no advance from the government. Yeah. It is
So for this,
we should get from the department only.
So what is the total revenue you have booked in the 9 months of this financial year from irrigation projects?
Percentage for irrigation projects, total 9 month revenue will be around 700 crores.
Because almost the receivable days is almost a year, because that's what almost 590 crores is your outstanding and 700 crores is your receivable. So
What you are saying, 700 is turnover actually.
yeah, 700 is turnover. So I'm saying receivable is 590 crores. So it's a huge working capital cycle for these projects. It's almost like if I multiply it, almost 250 days.
A little louder, please.
1 second. I was saying that if I annualize this number and say if you do for this year so about 1,000 crores from this, your receivables is almost 590 crores. So we have huge working capital cycle stuck here in these projects. It's almost like 215 days. So does it make, on an ongoing basis, we continue to do this business because of the risk of the receivables, huge working capital cycles of almost about 250 days?
Actually, if you see, receivables is around 170 crores. That the bill which has been certified. So we have to compare with 170. The 590 is including the work done which has yet to be certified. We have raised the bills, but yet to be certified. So based on that, it is a 590 crores. Otherwise, it is 170 crores. But still, irrigation project is have very good margin, and what are the margin increase in the company? And for the last actually 2 years, what we are saying that is also due to one of reason of the irrigation, because it is going to very good contribution the PAT also. So definitely this is a factor we are looking, and yeah, definitely there is challenge in the receivables, but this sector is like that only. But we are still hopeful that whatever the receivables, pending receivables are there, we are definitely going to get from the department.
Okay. So my second question is, now the irrigation order book is reducing in overall mix. So what's your outlook on the irrigation order pipeline, and if there are not many orders, how do you look to grow your order book? So are you looking at diversifying outside South region? Are you looking to diversify beyond roads to compensate for this decline in the irrigation order book?
Actually, irrigation orders, there are few more to come from Telangana government as well. We can even plan few projects in Karnataka also. But however, there's no bright thing that is coming out, as you said, rightly said. We are also replacing these projects with few HAM projects also. And the bidding is on for that. However, we are now targeting around 3,000 crore worth of orders to be added in this year, which the bidding is going on for which. There are a few projects in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu as well, in Andhra Pradesh also. Few more projects are coming up.
Okay.
For that timing, we are planning 3,000 order books.
So what is the total order inflows in this financial year?
Total order inflow, that is basically 6,000.
These two Kerala HAM project has come. And one Chittoor, around 4,000 crores.
So Kerala was last financial year, right? I think March you have got it last financial year.
No, we got, but it is added in this year because after that we did FC and we got the appointed date.
Okay.
So once we get the appointed date, then only we will include in our order book.
So total 4,000 you have got.
Yeah, 4,000, yeah.
And another 2,000 you will take, so it will go to 6,000 crores of inflows for this year.
Yeah, for this year, yeah.
And this last question on this aggregate mine, we had envisaged an investment of buying out land quarries for 96-97 crores, including the capex. So any update there, sir? So what is the status of those mines? You spoke about two mines earlier in the call. If we can give some more clarity whether the capex has been incurred, how much of that is incurred in Q3, and the status of execution of the two Kerala projects now, since now the appointed date has come in. So whether there is availability of aggregate now with you, with this mines coming in, that also you can touch upon.
So the quarries have been purchased in the Kerala region. We are having two packages. Out of two packages, these two quarries of around 90 plus crore is invested into these two type of quarries, and both are already commenced for operations. As well, one quarry permission is pending, and the Green Tribunal is to fix for that. I think by this month end or second week of next month, the commencement of that Green Tribunal will happen. Then we will get through that permission. And the erection and everything is completed. And we are literally waiting for the quarry permission to come up.
So there are no negative surprises on costing, right? Because you mentioned last time that about in the market the aggregate is available at 25 to 30 rupees cubic feet, and you were looking to mine it at a landed cost of 16 to 18 rupees cubic feet. So with this now, you won't have any negative surprises on the margin on this project, right?
Of course, certainly no negative surprise, but the thing is here, the current prices are rapidly going up. The market price in the aggregate markets is going up quickly nowadays. Generally, we have started procuring at 19 rupees. Now, I think more or less we are paying 25 rupees also for certain vendors, and new vendors are not ready at entry. They are not taking at 25 also today, because we were targeting a little more aggregate from local market also, because we would be requiring around 45 lakh metric ton there. Even we source 15 from the new quarries what we bought. We'll have to arrange around 15 lakh metric ton out of other resources. I mean to say in the market. Only thing is that the major component is under control with us. So definitely we will try to keep up the price.
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you. Those are my questions.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ravi Naredi from Naredi Investments. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much for nice top line. What is the reason to downside margin this quarter, profit down to 5.2% versus 12.6%?
Sir, you are talking on consolidated basis, no?
Yeah, consolidated basis.
Yeah. Standalone basis is definitely there is an improvement, but consolidated basis is what is happening in our two projects actually. As we explained in our speech, that KNR Timala and KNR Sankrampet, that two projects has achieved the PCOD, and in PCOD even one project we got the annuity also. So,
right.
So what happened? There was some deal scope, and there was some cost saving in the project, and there was some change in assumption of the costing in this project. So based on that, what are the financial assets actually we recognize during the period of construction stage actually. So we have to adjust that and arrive the real realizable value of the financial assets receivable. So this is only there is no cash flow impact of this. Only it is in this adjustment entries are there.
Okay. Second, sir, usually we keep asset-light model in our company. So when will we be able to divest Patel KNR, Karnataka, Telangana, Muzaffarnagar, Baroni?
Out of these, two are annuity projects, and that is going only almost 5 years are left actually. So
right. 5 years
left for these annuity projects. So definitely this time there is not much cream is there for this project. So we have to continue. Right. We have to do one major maintenance each on this project, and then we have to hand over to the authority. As far as Muzaffarpur is concerned, definitely actually we want to dilute, but as our ED sir told you, there is some challenges of selling this project, but we are really looking forward to dilute, but really we have to see.
Okay. Or any grant any old claim we received from NHI in this quarter?
Sir, as of now, nothing, sir.
Nothing. Or likely to appear in March 22?
March 22, we are expecting, sir, one claim actually in one of our Patel KNR JV. So we have our portion of around 10 crores. I think we are expecting in next quarter.
Okay. Thank you. All the best, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Faisal Hawa from HG Hawa and Company. Please go ahead.
Sir, if this book entry would not have been put into the console number, what would have been our EBITDA? That's one. Secondly, sir, is there any plans to sell the Kerala project also, or rather pre-sell the Kerala project to Cube or some other financial investor, because international interest rates are now rising, and our Indian interest rates may not rise that much. So it could happen that we do not have demand for these projects going forward. And sir, are you not worried about having such a less order book going forward in this year? Because
no, we have just now started, got the appointed day in 2 Kerala projects, and also the other one, financial process, they are expected to complete by May. Huge time is available, and one we got also quite substantively less for these 2 projects. We will wait for some more time. We will see how the developments are going on.
Sir, as far as our book is there, we are expecting, because NHI so far did 2,500 kilometers, and we are expecting that they should achieve the target of 4,800 kilometers. But it's really looks challenging for the NHI. But now lot of bids are coming. We are hoping that at least our target is between 2,000 to 3,000 crores we should get by March. So we are hopeful that NHI should able to new tenders.
And conservatively, sir, what could be our revenue target for next FY23?
FY23, we are not anything committing as of now, but we are looking somewhere between around 3,500 crores.
And about the EBITDA, sir, if you could answer, if this book entry would not have been there, what would have been our console EBITDA in Q3 FY22?
Sir, actually, you can add around 140 crores actually, sir. Okay.
So EBITDA as a percentage would have been how much, sir?
4%.
Just calculate, no?
Okay. Sir, it will be around 26%, sir.
So that means the irrigation projects have contributed substantially to the EBITDA in this quarter also.
Yes, sir, definitely. Irrigation project and HAM project, they are really good. They are
So this 140, 150 crores we will get as claims later on, or how will this be compensated to us?
Sir, this is only book adjustment. Actually, what of financial assets receivable we have over-recognized. Actually, now we are taking at the par value only.
Okay.
It is only just India's adjustment. Sir.
So fair to assume that our EBITDA is 26% in quarter 3 also.
It should be, sir. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hello. If you could answer my question about the interest rate, sir, and pre-selling the Kerala projects.
Pre-selling Kerala projects, sir. It is the Cube is coming forward again to have the MOU. The discussion is on, sir. I think as and when the conclusions are made, definitely we will come back with the details.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jainam Shah from Equirus Securities. Please go ahead.
Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so can you repeat the total HAM investment required and how much is done and to be done in next 2 to 3 years? That I missed that.
Pardon, sir? Can you comment?
What, pardon, sir?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
We have informed the meeting that the total equity requirement will be around 614.61 crore to be infused in the next 2 to 3 years, 132 crore, 262 crore, 131 crore and 88 crore.
This is including the latest project which has not yet received the appointed date, or is it excluding that?
It includes our Chittoor project also.
And sir, we have received some portion from the queue for 2 of the assets. So when balance portion is to be expected to come, like within how many time? Like have we received that timeline of 6 months from COD, or is it yet to achieve?
Actually, our second closing should be 6 months from the COD, but that is definitely after receive the NHI 100% approval. For that, actually, for Tirumala project, we have already applied, and we are expecting that we should able to close by March. And as far as our Sankrampet project is concerned, because we received the PCOD on October, so it will go up to April and only we can able to do the after 6 months. So, and Srirangam, we already applied for 100%. So we are expecting that Srirangam in Tirumala, that should be closed by March, and Sankrampet maybe by April or May.
Okay, so overall all the amount will be received by June quarter also.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. That's it.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mohit from DAM Capital. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, congratulations on a very good quarter. So my first question is on the order inflow. I understand the number of irrigation projects tenders are open in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Is it possible to comment on that?
Andhra, we are not focusing, sir. Though there are projects coming up in Andhra because not sure of funding things. And definitely, of course, Telangana, we have targets to go on. As of now, we have good experience here.
As on the NHI, given the fact that there are large tendering expected in next, what is the risk that we will be able to achieve a higher number rather than 2,000 crore, which you said right now? Is it possible to and what of tenders bids we have already submitted for NHI, which is yet to open?
So actually, we have submitted few EPC projects and three EPC projects we have submitted. Three HAM and one EPC. Sorry, it is that way. And we have submitted and waiting for the results to come up. But the project, 2 projects are in Kerala, I believe. One is in Andhra Pradesh, AP. And it's like that, at that thing is in southern region.
Should be around 10,000 crore worth?
Because can't say the pipeline thing and all. And going forward, sir, we are also focusing on Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, as well Andhra Pradesh also. Partial projects are also coming up in Telangana. We are looking at, like that Varan Karimnagar region. There is a project about 1,600 crore which is there now. So we are focusing that. Apart from that, certain projects or some EDC projects are there in Kerala. We are keen in working on that. We'll see, sir.
Understood. So are there any
easy target to achieve? That's what we are thinking. We have a year full target, and we have to get only 3,000 crore order to be added.
Understood, sir. Sir, is there any slow-moving order apart from Kaleshwaram and the Chittur-Thachu which is not started? Can I assume that the rest of the order, the work has started and there is no,
No, sir. As of now, there is no slow order. All in an entire order book actually work is going on.
And so is it possible to give a breakup of the revenue for this quarter between irrigation, HAM and EPC?
Sir, for this quarter actually we did 36% actually revenue in the irrigation. In HAM it is 34%. And EPC road work it is 20% and 10% in our back-to-back work.
Understood, sir. Thank you and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Uttam Kumar Sumal from Axis Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity and congratulations on good set of result. Sir, what kind of capex we are envisaging this year and the next year?
Sir, for this 9 months we did around 130 crores of the capex actually, and we expect that this year we will do somewhere around 180 crores capex for this year, and next year will be on the same range, around 150-160 crores we will do it.
And sir, on railway side, actually last time we had said that we are diversifying into railways. So anything that we have bidded for in the railway space, or something we are expecting from the railway side in terms of orders and all?
The railway orders, we haven't started bidding that because the target of 2,000 to 3,000 crores, whatever we have, we are having a gut feeling that from irrigation and from highway projects itself will fulfill our requirement this time. Probably we will step out once this is not possible.
And moreover, we are having around 2 to 2.5 years revenue on our hand.
Okay. And sir, one last question on consolidated account. There has been sharp increase in other expenses. So that was due to this de-scoping of the project?
Yeah, same thing, sir. That is the reason just I explained you. That is the.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. That's all from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Shravan Shah from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, most of the questions has been answered. Just trying to further understand in terms of the, you mentioned you did 3 HAM and 1 EPC. So what would be the value for the same?
Ticket size is about say 1,000 to 1,200 crores, sir. Kind of that.
Okay. Even EPC one also?
EPC is, I think, 1,400 crore project.
So this is NHI 1,400 crore EPC project?
Yes, sir. Kerala.
Okay. And how much more are we planning to bid in this next 1.5 months before March ends, particularly for NHI?
Actually, particularly from NHI only, we are hoping that will happen in coming 1.5 months. But I'm not very keen that it should happen in 1.5 months. Most probably what happens, sir, generally, whenever year-end comes up, NHAI is a little bit quicker to give out the tendering process. So at this point of time, the crowd also will be there as well. If the market is sensible, definitely things are possible. We can even have a handful job in within that, say, 2 years, 2 months or 1.5 months time.
Okay. And in terms of the margin, no need to ask, but still asking in terms of the 19-20% kind of EBITDA margin on standalone, that will continue.
Sir, we'll try our best.
Okay. Yeah. And sir, couple of data points on the balance sheet front, retention money withheld, mobilization advance receivable, and mobilization advance to be paid, and unbilled revenue.
Yes.
That retention receivables is 157 crores.
Sorry, sir. Can you speak louder?
157 crores retention receivables. And
okay.
Mobilization advance is it's 120 crores.
120.
Yeah.
Okay. And unbilled revenue?
257 crores.
257.
Yeah.
Okay. So when we said that the 10 crore claim to be there in Patel KNR JV, so previously I think our 9 crore early completion bonus would be there. So both put together 19 crore would be there in this fourth quarter. So to that extent, the EBITDA margin would be higher in the fourth quarter. Is that understanding right?
Yeah, it should be, sir. It should be like that.
Okay.
Provided fuel and everything doesn't go up because of the threats that are coming from Ukraine, Russia.
Hopefully now it should settle down. No more negative surprises to come.
Yeah. We are hoping that, sir, definitely.
Yeah. And sir, any other arbitration claim previously? I think we have spoken about 70 odd crores that we can see something. So anything to come on that? Any positive surprise on arbitration claims?
Right now, not this.
Going on, all the arbitrations are on, but it's quite not possible by this 6 months. There is nothing going to be solid that's going to come out. But we may expect again in third or fourth quarter.
Okay. And then sir, the new one, both the Kerala where we have received the appointed date. How this quarter we can expect the revenue?
So actually, moreover that foundation works and earthworks are only started at this time. There is certainly that completely dismantling of that buildings and all is still under progress. So quite possible we will try to do something around 100 crore this 2 months, February and March. And,
okay.
Once that's picked up, then it's okay. But we are also expecting the rainy season to come up in June and all. So we have time also to do a lot of work is there to do. It is the preparatory work which we do, and then we can be prepared for rainy season.
Oh. And anything are we expecting to book revenue for Bangalore EPC project in Karnataka?
Yes, sir. Actually, last month we did around 22 crores. That is the starting month. Yeah, although it is 2 months completed, but the first month, as you know, it is very little we did. but second month we could do, and this month we are expecting around 35 to 40 crores to happen. And,
Okay. Got it. And sir, Venkat sir. Okay.
May be requested to please rejoin the queue for follow-ups. Thank you. Participants, we'd like to remind you to please restrict your questions up to 2. If you have a follow-up question, we request you to please rejoin the queue. We move to the next question from the line of Shubhadeep Mitra from JM Financials. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity. I'm sorry I joined the call a little late, so some of my questions may be something that you may have already answered. So kindly repeat the answers in case you have. So firstly, I understand that we are looking at a sales guidance of revenue guidance of somewhere around 3,500 crore in FY23. What kind of growth would you be anticipating for FY24 based on the current order book?
Around 24. See, no doubt, whatever the order that is there now, that could be executed in coming 2.5 to 3 years. So no doubt, sir, there should be exponential growth that should be coming up in 2024. And again, added to that, another new orders also could come up, and they would also pile up some revenues. But however, any project if I go for bidding today, I think quickly that can happen into operation only after 8 to 9 months. So definitely that 9 months gap is there, so we are trying to push all the projects a little bit 1 year ahead of thinking should be there, that which we have planned and we are now going ahead. If we have successfully maintained such things, definitely, sir, we will do a nice growth. It is quite difficult to say what are the figures and all. We have quite good targets. Definitely, if I deliver something beyond 15% year-on-year growth, we'll be very happy to present.
Okay, valid point. So similarly, on the order inflow front, I'm not sure if you mentioned any order inflow targets that you are looking at for FY23 or 24.
Next year, so yeah, definitely that around 3,500 crores, which we are expecting, and we will try for something better. But again, depending on the crude oil prices and all that, we are expecting certain the growth that is happening here as well. So if it has some impact on the margins, I can't say, but otherwise we are quite confidently going forward to deliver such.
Okay, and margins, I believe you mentioned you should be able to maintain around the current 19-20% levels?
Actually, it is kind of, if you look at past records it says, but we'll have to see for that again, because the work which I have started, they have been starting after 9 to 10 months after I made bidding on this. And certainly the growth of cement steel is a bit bothering on our margins. So we expect if I am able to deliver something around 15 to 17, that would be the best that can I do. But I'm thinking, if all it comes better than that, we are happy.
Understood. So on the margin front, since you're mentioning about, this is just a follow-up. I'm sorry, this is just a follow-up.
Yeah. Please go on.
Yeah, sorry. So on the same point where you're saying that, commodity price is a risk. So if you could also specify, is there any, what component of your existing order book is fixed price, which may be, let's say, exposed to commodity price risk?
So commodity prices, it is exposed almost, most of the items are from that. Today, if you take any project that cement concrete works are almost contributing 50 to 60%, sometimes it is 45 to 55%. So near equally they are running with the road other components and with the cement steel components. We are not much bothered on the other items than the steel and cement, because the compensation that can happen with escalation is very minimal on this. and losses we will flow out will be very big. The worrisome is that the component of cement and steel, the concrete works which are tracking more than 45% is worrisome of the project size.
Understood. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of B. Vijay Kumar from Spark Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Can you give the order book split of the irrigation projects project-wise?
For actually Kaleshwaram package 4, that is 1,249 crores.
Okay.
For Mallana Sagar, it is 50 crores.
50?
Yeah, 50.
Okay.
For Western, it is 495.
Okay.
For Edula, it is 29 crores.
Okay.
For KP Sagar, it is 1 crores.
Okay.
For PSK KNR JV, it is 24 crores.
Okay.
And one for others is 28 crores. That is package 27 and others. So total put together is 2,500 crores.
Okay. And of this, the 1,249 crore project is what is slow moving, right?
249. What is 249
crore Kaleshwaram project? That is what is slow moving.
That is HSC. That is 695 crores. Canal work, but recently it is in this quarter it is started. So definitely for last quarter it was slow moving, but now it is starting. It has started now.
Okay, this is the package 3 one, correct?
Yeah, package 3. Yeah.
Okay. Can you give the split of the receivables of irrigation also this project wise, sir? 590 crores.
That is Mallana Sagar is around 120 crores.
Okay.
Western is 210 crores. And Kaleshwaram package is 140 crores.
Okay.
Balance is other section.
Okay. And what would be the order book split of?
May we request you to please rejoin the queue for follow-up questions?
Sure.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jiten Rishi from Access Capital. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Thanks for taking my question. Congratulations on good set of numbers. Sir, my question is on the next year's revenue. So, the large projects of Kerala 2 HAM projects, the Bangalore, the Chittoor, which will get under execution, then the Cheriyar projects and the Avinashi projects. So, what kind of revenue we are expecting from these projects in FY24 or 2024, sir? Like the run rate kind of. Because you said Bangalore, you said some Jan you did 22 crores and in Feb you are targeting to do 35 to 40 crores.
So these projects, they need to be closed in effect 2024. I think we should be completing all this.
So basically, if I may ask you, in a way that Kerala, how much we can expect?
That should be expected from this. So, that's what, as I earlier said, we will try to deliver year-on-year 15% above growth.
So, sir, what could be the mix then in terms of road and irrigation next year? Any targets?
That mix and object keeps changing because the first thing will be the best. So whatever the orders now, we need around 3,000 crores, which we have anticipated to have or estimated to have from upcoming. It is quite possible that we may have 1,000 above should be from irrigation also. There are some new tenders which are coming up. As well, it is quite possible that we can even have from HAM.
So basically 3,000, is like 2,000 from EPC, from roads and 1,000 from irrigation. That is what we are targeting as inflow.
Yeah, it's quite possible, this combination.
Okay. Sir, in the irrigation segment, are we looking for this Jal Jeevan Mission project, sir?
But Jal Jeevan Mission we are not on now. We'll keep it out in future.
Okay, sir. And sir, like on the
Mr. Rishi,
this is the last question I am asking. This last question because already people have asked more questions initially. So, sir, on the NHAI bids, so we see slow moving awarding is on a slower side, but the pipeline is very strong. So, do you see this February March could be a slow in terms of awarding from NHAI, and probably we can see a significantly large awarding probably in Q1 post the election gets over, a key state election gets over. Any thought on that, sir?
Well, in the NHAI recent budget, the most of the borrowing they have raised from April 1st onwards. So they may also try to go slow during February, March, but they may maintain, but they cannot complete the backlog orders and all. So as you rightly said, it may be postponed to the first quarter.
Okay, that's it from my side. If I have more questions, I will follow up, sir, in the queue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kalpit Narvekar from Alliance Global Investors. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Congratulations on a good set of results. Just one question I have that you probably might have answered earlier. What are the receivables on the Telangana, and if you could, from the Telangana government on irrigation projects, and what is the split of unbilled revenue and billed revenue in that?
The total is around 590 crores receivables are there, including billed and unbilled. So out of that, around 120 crores from the Malana Sagar and 210 crores from the Vectum. And the package 4 is around 140 crore and the balance is other. So this is the breakup of that.
Sir, any thoughts on when you would receive those?
Out of that, around 100, by March it will be expected around 150 crores. Because package 4 payment definitely we are going to receive by next month. So we expect that by around 150 crores payment, definitely we should be able to receive by March. And balance is definitely we are pursuing with the government. And we are following up also. So 150 crores is definitely we are going to receive.
Great, sir. Good luck and thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rohit Natarajan from Antique Stock Broking. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. So my first question is, help me reconcile these numbers in your order backlog, sir, especially the irrigation part. As I understand, this Palamuru Rangareddy lift irrigation project, both packages put together should be closer to 1,000 crore. Am I right?
Which one is talking about? No. 429 crore is only outstanding.
Package 6 and package 3, how much is the pending?
Sir, package 3 is entire 695 crores is pending, order book. Package 4 is 1,250 crores. And
package 3 is 1,200 crores.
Vectum is 495 crores.
Sir, I was saying package 3, what is that amount for?
695 crores. Entire it is no execution.
Okay. And the second thing, what we hear even in the latest comments by this Krishna River Management Board, that there is no DPR submission and most likely this may go for an NGT ban again, something like that. So if that is the way through which it is going through, is there a likelihood that this project could get cancelled or something like that?
Yes, sir. As of now, the department is satisfied that you can work with. If at all any such bans that come up, definitely we'll have to plan something else. by diverting our equipment to the other projects or ongoing projects. Yes, sir. The threat is there. As you are saying, there is threat.
And you don't have any, non-fund based limit exposure to these projects by any chance?
What is that? Long-term based?
Non-fund based limits, like any something to do with your retention money or something of that sort?
Sir, only Vatam is what you are asking for. Excepting Vatam, all other projects are in the Kaleshwaram Malana Sagar side, which are mostly funded with the bank.
Okay.
So the Vatam is only 429 crores, which is also almost 78% here.
Sure. Got it, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Parvez Akhtar Qazi from Edelweiss Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon, sir. Thanks for taking my question. Just one question from my side. With the share of irrigation orders in our order book falling, what is the kind of depreciation run rate that we can see going ahead?
Depreciation actually for this 9 months. So for this 9 months, depreciation is around 94 crores. And for this quarter is around 35 crores. So for this year it will be somewhere around 125 crores will be there. And further there is not much irrigation projects are there. Only 25% is there. Now irrigation only we are taking 3 years cycle. In other projects they are considering 7 year cycle. So from next year definitely there may be some reduction in depreciation.
Okay. So is it possible that FY23 depreciation expenses could be lower than what we see in FY22?
23, it might be, but there is addition in the figures. Because this year last year we have not added much in the assets. We have added around 100 crores, but this year we are going to add around 180 crores, and next year is also our target is around 150 to 160 crores. Because there is addition in the depreciation, so definitely depreciation, but percentage wise it may be lower side, but amount wise it definitely will be a higher side only.
Sure. Thanks. That's it from my side, and all the best for future.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraint, this was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to the management for their closing comments. Over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us on this call. Please reach out to our IR Constructions Strategic Growth Advisors or to us directly should you have any further queries. Stay safe. You can now close the call.
Thank you very much. Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of KNR Constructions, that concludes this conference call. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.